Hello, week 2. So glad that you guys got through week 1. I do have a thing up on Google Classroom. It's asking, how you did with your week 1 stuff. So if you can go ahead and do that, that would be fantastic. I'd love to hear some feedback about how you're doing with your work. I am posting a lot of stuff on Google Classroom, so if you can get on there, that would be super helpful. But for week 2, I went ahead and I filled out my planner. So the things that we have for week 2 is the branches of government for my English language. I have fractions, decimals, and percentages, the number line, which I'll be helping you guys with every day. Plants and photosynthesis, and motivation for our social emotional. So social emotional, we have our things to help us get motivated and stay motivated. That's going to be the hardest thing with going through all this, is staying motivated to want to do it every day. And I know that I've even heard some kids that just don't even want to start. So I understand that. So for our motivation stuff, I mean, there's 8 ways to stay motivated. I picked out 2 that I think work for me, which is number 3, giving yourself incentives, which is like a reward. So if I work really hard from 7:45 to lunch, then I'm going to reward myself with lunch and watching a TV show that I wanted to watch. So that's my thing right there. Television or show, that's me. I love television. But another one that I would probably use for me is staying positive. It's really difficult to stay positive right now. I don't know about you guys, but every day I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm not giving you guys the stuff that you need. But just staying positive, and those times that I do get to talk to you, or your parents on the phone, or get to see you in the pickup lane to come get your stuff, or your sibling stuff, I mean, those are the things that I really enjoy. So staying positive is being able to see you guys and knowing that you're okay. So those are our motivation things. So on the next page, you're going to write how you would use some of those strategies. So I would go ahead and write in here that I work really well with incentives. If I can make it from point A to point B, then I give myself a little reward for getting there, and that helps me get through. So this week we're going to talk about, we have our science, which is photosynthesis, and a little bit about the cells. So you should have a paper like this. Yours is probably in black and white. I didn't really mean to do this one in color, but that's how it turned out. Now my seeds, everybody should have a bag of seeds, and all you're going to do is put water on the paper towel, and make sure that you don't put too much water in there. You don't want them to be drowning. But I planted my seeds last week, and they are starting to grow. They're actually doing really, really good. I'm like really surprised. I don't have a green thumb, so I'm super excited. So these guys, probably this week I'll put them in the dirt and see how they grow, and I'll kind of start keeping track of them. But they're already germinating and getting roots and stuff, so this is pretty cool. Now, I just kind of gave you guys some random seeds. One of them is like green bean type seeds or snap peas, and then the rest of these are just regular beans that I had in the pantry. That's for our science. For our language arts, we have our 3 branches of government. And I'll go ahead and go over this with you more in detail later. But this is part of our reading. And I gave everybody highlighters so that as you're reading along and you have to answer some of these questions about which one is executive, which one is legislative, and which one is judicial, you'll be able to highlight the ones, and that'll help you out a lot. And I'll explain that a little bit more later. We have your number line. Already had some questions about the number line, so I'm going to be kind of going over this with you I'll probably do this, I'll explain it to you. I'll have a video on Google Classroom, and then I will, every day I'll kind of put what it's supposed to look like. So I think that I gave you 5 days worth of putting the things down, and I'll go over that with you for the next 5 days, one a day. And our science, also for the science, don't forget that you're going to be drawing it. Now, I will have a picture of what I did, but I'm also going to have some videos on Google Classroom, and I'll try to post them also on the Facebook page of what that's going to look like, or what we're wanting from you. So you're going to read the photosynthesis stuff, but to break it down further, I'll have a couple of videos, and then I'll show you what I did for mine. And then everybody should have their little beans, and then they can start watering their beans and putting them in a window that's not in direct sunlight, and just get to enjoy watching them grow. They're really pretty cool, actually. But anyway, so I just want to go over the whole overview for this week, and then I'll make some other little videos about each individual thing that we're doing. All right?